Hello everyone, I am Michelle. Welcome to Contentment Guide Astrology. And I apologize today, somebody's cutting grass on the outside. I don't know if you're going to be able to hear that droning behind the scenes, but if you are hearing that, that is what is happening. So welcome, and please like, please comment, please share, please subscribe. I welcome and I'm very, very grateful for everything and everyone that helps my channel to grow and helps this work to get out to more people out there. And this is the astrology for the week between the 2nd and the 8th of October. So I've already made a video that you are welcome to view on the new moon solar eclipse on the 2nd of October. So please head on over to that video. I will put the link below if you haven't seen that yet. And then we'll get into the astrology for this week. So on the 2nd of October, which is the day of the new moon and solar eclipse, we actually have Jupiter trining Chiron. And this is interesting because this trine actually never becomes exact where we are in time at the moment. This is called a rephrenation, and this is when two planets almost form an exact aspects, but then one of them retrogrades and they never actually completely connect. This is a very smooth and harmonious aspect between Jupiter and Chiron, a sextile, and this is a long-term healing aspect. You can see where the houses of Gemini, which is where Jupiter is, and the house of Aries, which is where Chiron is at the moment, where those houses are falling for you. There's a very long-term healing aspect happening between the two planets. Growth in inner wisdom with Chiron, insights into your wounds and your healing path and transcending those wounds. A time for really great self-reflection and expanding of your understanding, and a finer attunement of your belief systems and healing outdated belief systems and finding new belief systems that are going to bring more value into your life. And so this sextile is within that 3-degree range at the moment. It is getting activated, but then it only becomes exact in a sextile on the 18th of May 2025. So that's why I'm saying this is quite a long-term energy that's going to be with us. And yes, expanding of good belief systems and moving into better belief systems that are going to serve us in the future. So that's a really great energy that's going to be with us long term. And then on the 3rd of October, we have the moon now starting to trine Jupiter. And this is, all transits with the moon are very brief because the moon only takes about 2 and a bit days to move through each sign. But this is a very positive aspect that's occurring basically right after the new moon and the solar eclipse. So the moon trining Jupiter, also an expansion of good emotions. We might feel that whatever we went through and whatever we were able to experience and feel with this new moon and solar eclipse, we're now finding emotional understanding for some things that are occurring at the moment, emotional growth, and a more positive outlook on this day, because Jupiter brings that expansion and positivity, and being trine the moon, it enhances good feelings. And the moon is also related to family, to the feminine, to women in general. So all of these things can bring really good harmonious feelings for us on this day of the 3rd of October. So then the next thing that I want to mention is Venus, now in the middle of Scorpio, forming a trine to Saturn. And I mentioned this in my new moon video because there is a grand trine happening at the new moon between Venus in Scorpio, Saturn in Pisces, and Mars in Cancer. So first of all, I want to mention the trine happening between Venus and Saturn. So this already started coming into the 3-degree range on the 1st of October. And this is going to be exactly trine between Venus and Saturn by the 6th of October. Excuse me, by the 4th of October. And we're going to feel this until the 6th of October. So Venus trine Saturn is a flow and a harmonious aspect, and it's all about establishing long-term values, all the things to do with Venus, values in terms of our relationships, our beauty routines, what we value as important in our lives. And also with Saturn, even in a trine aspect, there is a sense of saying no and letting go. So there's also, in a good way, letting go of those outdated values that no longer serve us in this aspect. So it'll be exact on the 4th, but you can feel it from the 1st until the 6th of October. And then also a more fast-moving aspect is Mercury square to Mars, and this is exact on the 5th of October, and also felt until about the 9th. So Mercury was also one of the planets very much involved and conjunct with this new moon solar eclipse, and Mercury is now marching forward and is getting closer to that aspect of forming a square to Mars. So this is a bit more of a challenging aspect. First of all, the square is a more challenging, more trying to bring resolution to two different sides kind of aspect. And with Mars being involved in a square, it can feel combative. There's a possibility for arguments, for misunderstandings. And with Mercury being involved, that's all to do with our mind, with communication. And so with this aspect, be careful and just make sure that when you are in a misunderstanding or even a communication, that things are being clearly understood, excuse me, and that there's no unnecessary conflict that can arise. And if conflict does arise, try and find your grounding, move away for a little bit, and come back to it later, because there's there's a sense of Mars always feeling a little bit more insecure and unstable in the sign of Cancer. So a little bit more volatile in the sense that Mars is trying harder to find its grounding and its strength. So for this period, from the new moon on the 2nd, and then exact on the 5th of October and until the 9th of October, be careful to not get into arguments, misunderstandings, and saying things you might regret. It's one of the things, because Mars can be volatile and sometimes even remove certain situations unnecessarily. So yes, this is one transit this week to really be aware of that is a bit more challenging. And then on the 5th of October, we actually have the moon now conjunct with Venus in the sign of Scorpio, and that means the moon is also trine to Saturn. So this conjunction again is going to be with bringing together your emotions and your values, and in Scorpio, in a very, very deep way. You're going to be able to go very deeply and find new emotional values and new ways of moving forward emotionally with your new beliefs and new values that could have even emerged from a few days before at the new moon. So this is a beautiful aspect that can be very transformative and really help us to see our beliefs and our emotional seeing and understanding from a much deeper place going forward. Then on the 6th of October, we have then the moon moving on swiftly, getting to 26 degrees of Scorpio and being exactly opposite retrograde Uranus in Taurus. And oppositions bring about a little bit more of a challenging energy. It's trying for us to reconcile two different sides and find new ways of moving forward. And Uranus is that energy of sudden change and realizations and changes of direction. So we can have new insights again in terms of our emotions and how we work with our emotions, how we relate to family, feminine things. And I just want to mention that this is still happening together with that Mercury squaring Mars. So again, there is a chance for arguments and more challenging conversations coming forward at this time, but treat them as right on time and just try and navigate as groundedly as you can and see how you can move forward finding new solutions. So with the moon opposite Uranus, new insights. We might find a need for asserting our independence, and it's going to be very valuable for accepting the uniqueness of our emotional landscape and also finding how we navigate our emotional landscape with other people who are close to us. a need and an opportunity to change your emotional landscape, um, and new understanding and new viewpoints. Um, with Uranus, there's always an opportunity for being impulsive. And again, with this Mercury square to Mars also happening at the same time, try to be grounded, try not to be too impulsive, even though sometimes it's necessary for things that have been stuck to come out in an impulsive way. But try not to make emotional and impulsive decisions at this time, and just leave it for a few hours, half a day, until on the 7th of October, the moon is going to be out of range and not opposite Uranus anymore. So, also in range from the 5th until the exact on the 8th is Venus trining Mars. And this can bring a real drive for connection. And with the moon now having moved into Sagittarius, it's going to form a square to Saturn on the 7th of October. So between the 7th and the 8th, we're going to have the moon squaring Saturn, and we're going to have Venus trine Mars. So with the moon squaring Saturn being in the mix at this time, there can be a need for finding long-term solutions and for removing emotional things that are no longer working. And then with Venus trining Mars, a real desire for connection, for finding new ways of connection. And the trine is a more harmonious flowing aspect, finding new ways to connect, finding new ways to balance masculine and feminine, to balance our own inner masculine and feminine, and a real stimulation of creativity. So this is a very good time to start new creative projects, and go very deeply into things related to Venus, like values, like beauty, even money related things, relationship, and Mars can bring that real drive to now move forward with our new ideas at this time. So the last thing I would like to mention for this week is Mercury now moving forward and then trining Jupiter. So Mercury becomes within range of Jupiter on the 6th of October, and it'll be exact on the 8th of October, and we'll feel it until the 10th of October. So strongest on the 8th. And Mercury trine Jupiter, again a really flowing, harmonious aspect. An expansion of our new beliefs that we may have been developing since the new moon, an expansion of new ideas, new ways of thinking, new ways of communication, and yeah, just generally a good flowing aspect of expansion. Mercury also rules commerce, so it can even be expansion of business ideas, and yeah, just generally a good aspect to be with at this time. So that is it for this week. a lot of aspects happening this week. So it's going to feel energetically like quite a busy week, and some things are more flowing, some things are a little bit more grinding for us to figure out and work with. I drew a card for this week and I received the Page of Pentacles. You can see he is standing on a patch of grass. The flowers are blooming. There's trees in the background. There's a field also in the background that is symbolic of where we have planted seeds and we are now allowing things to grow. And the mountains in the background, they're always a symbol of some obstacles that could arise. But he is grounded, he's standing in a field that's blossoming, that seeds have been planted, and he's got this energy to move through the obstacles that may be coming. You can see he is looking at the pentacle in his hands and really focusing. So this is a card of focus. Focus on your goals and know that the seeds have been planted and the blossoming will occur at the right time. I really love this card for this week. It really feels that it's in line with the energies that we would have planted with the new moon and the new changes that are coming. So it feels really good. Thank you for being here. Please comment. I always love to hear what these energies are bringing for you and what you are experiencing at the moment. Please like, share and subscribe. It helps my channel to grow. And I will see you next time. Thank you.